Okay, now let's do this special case of integration by parts. So what you have done before, a bit revision lah. So integration by part. So you're gonna have the formula as such. If you integrate u dv equivalent to uv minus by integrate v du. So you need to find what is your u and then what is your dv. Then again you have to integrate one more time. So you must know your v and you must know your du. Now the tips to find what is your u, alright? Finding what is your u. So you can use the tips of Layat just now lah that I mentioned in class. So which is the L is for the log, alright? I is for the inverse trigo. And then A is for the algebra. And then T is for the trigo. And E is for the exponential. So those are the 5 things. So which come first? So you have to let U as what is it the order come first. Okay. Now let's look at one question. Those that we did in class is the one that you only have straight away you got uv and then you can integrate this by using the u substitution, or you can just integrate by doing the basic integral. But if you look at this question, so let's try to do this. So if you integrate ex cos x dx. Okay, now if you look at this, again, it's a tips that if you have a product and it is in the simplest form, alright, this is x, is already a simplest form. So what you can do is you try to do the IBP. Now, doing the IBP, you must know which to let u. So you must know what is your u and what is your dv so that you can use this rule, alright, this formula. So your u always using the Layat tips. So do you have the ln? No. Do you have the inverse trigo? No. Do you have the algebra? Also no. What comes after that is the trigo function. Now you can see there is a trigo function which is cos x. So you can let your u as cos x. Now, the balance of it, this balance ex dx, you can make it as dv. Alright, so dx. Then you need to find what is your u, what is your v, and what is your du. So to get du, from u you differentiate. So you're going to get differentiate cosine will give you negative sine dx. So from dv, if you integrate both sides, so you will get v is equivalent to ex. Okay, then you resubstitute into the one that you have let just now. So ex cos x dx, the IBP formula says that u multiplied by v. So your u is cos x, your v is ex. So rearrange a bit so it be nicer. So ex cos x minus by integrate v du. So your v is ex, your du is negative sine x. So if I put a negative inside but I have a negative outside, I can always put negative positive. So here it will be sine x dx. Alright, now over this part, you have to integrate another one time. But again, the question is, can you use let u substitution? You can't. It's quite similar to the one that the question have. Just that this is in sine. So again, you have to do another time of IBP. This is when you have a special case. You have to do the IBP twice. So again, you have to denote or identify what is your u, what is your dv. Again, using the Layat tips, so you're going to have your sine x as your u because trigo come first. And then the balance is ex dx. Finding the du, differentiate sine, you're going to get cosine x. Alright, integrate both sides, you're going to get v is equivalent to ex. Then resubstitute into the answer that you have just now, ex cos x plus by this whole thing, you're going to get uv. So u multiply by v, this one, you're going to get ex sine x minus by, integrate. So v du, your v is ex. So ex, your du is cos x. Oh, I forgot to put dx. So here dx. So close the bracket. Now, you will see, again, madam, ada ni. How is it that you want to integrate this? Are we going to do integrate IBP another one time? No, you're not going to do that. But try to see, is there any terms that you have done before, like the one that you want to integrate this one? So if you can see here, it's the same as the question they ask. Isn't it the same? So this one is actually an algebra. It's like you have the term of, let's say this one you name it as A, this is you name it as A. So how do you want to collect the A together? This is from the left hand side, this is from the right hand side. So bring one to the other side. So let's see if I bring my ex cos x dx. Now this term, I want to bring it to the left hand side. So what I have is positive, negative, negative. So from a negative right hand side, you make it to the left hand side, you will have a positive. Ex cos x dx is equivalent to, now those balance is just you write it back because it's settled already. So ex cos x plus by ex sin x. So settle. Okay, now you see there are two terms which is the same thing. It's like, for example, if you have this one, let's say you name it as A and also you name it this as A. So what you're going to get is 2A, am I right? So basically 2A is the same as 2ex cos x dx equivalent to ex cos x plus by ex sin x. Alright, but again still, do we have the answer for the question that they asked? Now what you have is the questions. So how to eliminate the 2? What you can do, you divide both sides by 2, which leave your answer as such. Ex cos x dx is equivalent to ex cos x plus by ex sin x over by 2 plus by c. So that's how you solve for the special case of IBP. What does it mean by special case? Which you have to do IBP twice and you have to rearrange a bit of your algebra, which is the same as the question. Okay, so take note lah on this. Alright.